Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater from seeing a double feature. I haven't done that in a couple of weeks. Um, I luckily got off, I'm off work tomorrow. I'm recording this on Monday, pretty much Monday night. So I went and saw it on Sunday. I was surprised I got to see these movies this early because usually I have to wait till later in the week or it depends on. Usually, it just depends lately on what day of the week I get off. Well, I gotta get going because this is. I have a feeling both these reviews are going to be pretty long. So, because I have a lot to talk about with both these movies. But first movie I saw was Life. The movie Life. Not talking about life in general. The movie Life. The new sci-fi horror film. People trapped in space and bad shit happens. This is a movie that I got the trailer for more than a few times, and I was kind of interested in it. I could tell right off the bat it was going to be kind of like a knockoff of something like Alien. Like it looked like another knockoff of Alien, which is fine. I've seen good versions of knockoffs of Alien. I mean, if you're going to copy your movie after something, then why not Alien? One of the best sci-fi movies, horror movies in general. It didn't look bad. It had a great cast. Like I said, the trailers were really good and kind of creepy. I was like, this doesn't look bad. And this is one of those movies that it was kind of funny when earlier this week. It was the reviews started popping up for this thing, and it was like getting 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ooh, so this is a really good movie. All right, and then by the end of the week, it was like at a 65. It's like, oh, it's one of those movies. So it's like it starts off like really good reviews, and then the reviews start to plummet. So I was like, all right. I said it didn't look like it was gonna be that bad of a film. I was like, the reviews still are pretty decent, but it's like, oh, let's definitely check this out. Like I said, it's getting certified or technically fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, so I was like, oh, let's check it out. And this is a movie that I have a hard time trying to figure out I do recommend this movie somewhat. I pretty much don't recommend. I recommend it by. It's a good movie. It's a fine movie. And I do kind of recommend it, but I can't exactly recommend seeing it in the theater. That makes it kind of, if that makes any sense. This movie has one really great thing about it that I recommend people check it out for, and I'll talk about it in a second. But this movie is a good movie, but I don't know if I would recommend it seeing it in the theater. This movie is exactly what it looks like. It is from the trailers. Everything you've seen from the trailers is what you get from this movie. It is, like I said, kind of a knockoff of Alien. It's pretty much the same kind of plot as Alien. It's a bunch of scientists that are up in space station where they come across or where they are studying like life samples on Mars, trying to find like a living being on Mars, and they one of their hubs come back with one, and of course they study it, and of course, like dumbasses in a science fiction movie, they have to poke and prod it and touch it and fucking electrocute it to the point that it pisses the thing off. Like, you've seen the trailer. If you've seen the trailer, you see that part where the black guy who's like the scientist that's studying it, the main scientist that's studying it, where he's poking it and stuff like that. It looks like he's like trying to touch it. What they don't show you is also he's trying to electrocute it and shit like that. And of course the thing gets pissed off. And it starts to get really more intelligent at this point than it was before. It's like, as we find out, it's a very intelligent being. And that whole scene, by the way, that scene is great. They only show you snippets of what happens in that scene. That scene is brutal. What happens to that guy's hand is fucking brutal. It's like I said, it's one of those movies like It's exactly like Alien. Like, shit goes wrong. This alien life force is like loose in the space station, and they're trying to basically just picking off people one by one, and they're trying to get it and stop it from destroying everything. It has, like I said, a great cast. The two big actors that are the most notable are Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds, of course. And out of the two, honestly, out of the whole movie, like, there isn't really a really interesting character, unfortunately. The only character that almost kind of like starts off being a little bit interesting is Jake Gyllenhaal's character, who, by the way, how the hell has that guy not won an Oscar yet? He's a damn good actor, and he's great in this, but he has somewhat of a cool, interesting story arc, as he is a astronaut who has been in space for like 497 days, and he's holding a record or something like that. And he doesn't like he just wants to stay out in space. He doesn't want to go back to Earth. He doesn't like people, and like they kind of like talk about that in the beginning, but they really don't delve into that too much throughout the movie, which doesn't really have a key integral part in the movie, and it really just kind of gets glossed over. Although at the end it does come a part of the end a little bit, but Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in the short in the stuff that he is in. He's like just being Ryan Reynolds, being the wisecracking Deadpool-esque kind of guy that he is. Van Wilder, if he was an astronaut, just making the wisecracks here and there. A lot of the wisecracks you see are what in the trailer or what you see of him. And also he has some really good moments in this movie. I also really love this movie, how, man, people die in this thing. Like, a lot of really major main characters die in this thing, and it doesn't waste any fucking time, by the way. Like, if in the first 30 minutes, one of the major characters dies within the first 30 minutes, it's one of those movies. It takes a while to get going, but when it does, by God, it's like shit hit the fan. When it hits the fan, it fucking hits the fan. The creature itself, it's kind of hard to describe what this creature is. It's kind of like an octopus slash snake slash spider-esque kind of creature. It's very weird. It's a different looking kind of creature, and it looked pretty cool for the most part. Like, from what I seen of it, it was pretty cool. The CGI is like a little bit here and there. It could get a little bit iffy in some parts. I like the parts where this movie is bloody and gory and stuff like that. It has a lot of blood and shit. When like blood starts coming out of people's mouths and stuff like that, I love that. Since this movie's like all take place in a space station, there's a lot of anti-gravity, so like the blood just starts floating in the air and stuff. That was cool. I like that. This movie is really well made. It's really well shot. It feels like a very claustrophobic kind of movie. Like, I like these kinds of movies. I always have, like, when like, I always have that fear of like being in space. I never want to go into space because of watching movies like this, because if shit goes down while you're in space, you are totally fucked. That's just plain and simple. And like, I always love these kinds of movies, because it's like that just plays right into my fear. Like, every one of these movies plays right into my fear. And like I said, this movie, for me, like, the problem with this movie is it's just very average. It is. It's just a paint by numbers kind of thriller that you've seen done a million times before. Movies like Aliens and other movies just like Aliens. It's nothing that breaks the mold. Like, throughout the whole movie, I'm just like, it's not bad, but I kept going like, I'm probably not gonna remember this like within a week's time. Just I remember kept going for that. I was kind of trotting along with the movie. I was like, this is good, but not great. And then the last few minutes of this movie happened. The ending of this movie happened. I don't know how the hell I stayed away from spoilers in the last few days. Maybe just because this movie didn't do very well at the box office, but I guarantee you word of mouth would get. But by God, I'm surprised I didn't hear about this ending, because this ending fucking ruled. This is why I have a hard time with this movie, because while the movie was kind of just average, okay, it was a movie I was just trotting along. When this last few minutes of this movie happened, I was like, what? I was just thinking, like, whoa, they fucking just went there. I did not expect it. I have a hard time trying not to get the spoilers, but one of the reasons why I love this ending is because, and it's nothing like groundbreaking, or it's hard to explain without getting the spoilers, but the reason why I love this ending, and you'll see if you watch this movie, hell, it's on YouTube. The ending is on YouTube. It's already leaked it out on YouTube. It took only a couple days. Where, while I love Alien and love all the Alien movies, this movie has the balls to do something that those movies never did. And I gotta give this movie props for that. I can't talk about it more than that without getting the spoilers. Here's the best way, without trying to get into spoilers, to describe this ending. You know that ending in Gravity where, you're like, oh shit, maybe things will go south? Well, this is what happened. This movie presents to you what would have happened in Gravity if things went fucking south, basically. That's the best way I could describe it without getting into spoilers. It's basically a basic bait and switch kind of ending, and it fucking floored me, and it floored a lot of people. Apparently, a lot of people really I dug the shit out of this ending. I was just blown away by this ending. There are a lot of movies out there that you'll have an average movie that's just okay or whatever, but is saved by a fucking awesome ending, and this is one of them. So yeah, I still wouldn't probably recommend paying full price seeing this, although it is pretty good to watch in the theater, how pretty the movie is and everything else. I recommend this. I do recommend this. Maybe see it at the cheap theater. Wait until, but see it at the cheap theater, not full price, or maybe just matinee. It's a decent sit with a fucking awesome ending. Trust me, you'll get a great payoff. If you're like, this is so boring or not getting into it, trust me, stick around to the ending. You'll get a pretty good payoff. Yeah, like I said, I recommend it for the most part. As far as trailers go, I got Baby Driver, the new Edgar Wright film, which is like, if Edgar Wright would have made Drive, this is what that would have turned out to be. That's basically the best way I can describe this movie. It's like the plot of Drive, but like with Ansel Englehart, that guy from I don't know how to say his name, the guy from The Fault in Our Stars, who's like this babyface driver for bank robberies and shit like that, and Kevin Spacey is his boss. It looks pretty awesome. I was like, I'm kind of all for like Edgar Wright doing something different. It's not like a straight up comedy. It's like kind of an action movie, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of into this. I want to see I want to see him do more different shit like this every so often. Like, I want to see. It didn't look bad. It kind of caught my interest. What else? Rough Night. Okay, this is a weird one. It's Scarlett Johansson and Kate McKinnon and a few others are like a bunch of women at a bachelorette party for Scarlett Johansson's character, and they go out, and it starts out like trailer starts out like you thinking it's like, oh, it's just like another raunchy comedy with a bunch of women. I was like, oh, this looks like that. What was that, Mom's Night Out, or what the hell was that movie that's coming out with Jada Pinkett Smith and stuff? I forget what the fuck that movie is. I was like, oh, it's like, haven't I got this trailer before? And I'm like, all right, it's, they're going crazy in Vegas, yada yada yada, and then it just turns into very bad things because they hire a male stripper and one of them accidentally kills him, and it becomes that kind of movie. And I was like, okay, I did not see that fucking coming. I was like, alrighty then. It's one of those movies. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know about this, but whatever. And Baywatch. I got a new trailer for Baywatch. The more and more I've seen of this Baywatch movie, I'm actually looking forward to this. This actually looks hilarious, and it's gonna be rated R. I did not realize that they're gonna make an R-rated Baywatch movie, and it's like it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for that. And the other one I got was Wish Upon. It's basically a horror movie where a girl gets a box. It gives her 7 wishes, and then she decides to wish like horrible things upon people and use it to like wish herself to get a bunch of money and get popular and everything else like that. And of course, it backfires. It's one of those movies. It's like the monkey paw effect, Yeah, whatever. Didn't look very good. Looks like something I'm gonna fucking completely miss when it comes out. So yeah, that's as far as trailers go. I'll be back here in a few minutes with my other review.